And Jeremiah told me at Dunkin' Donuts he absolutely hates the Sherman. He doesn't know why people like this wheel. It's the worst wheel ever designed. Test. Hey there, Duff here. Riding down my street and I have, yes, someone else on an electric unicycle behind me. It's Jeremiah. Say hi, Jeremiah. I actually have someone that lives right by me that has an electric unicycle. And we're gonna let him try some other stuff out. I'm gonna get my Sherman, my V11, and I'm on the S18 right now, and let him see what they feel like. Figured to do a nice side street here, and you know, out of danger's way. Yeah, this is gonna feel weird to you, man. Suspension, fatter tire. And how long did you say that you've had the 14D?
I've had this for, I have about 800 miles on it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm on my second tire.
Oh, no kidding. You wore it out?
I wore the first one out. They're nylon, and I'm at the top of the weight limit.
Oh, really?
So it says it's for 200 pounds, and I'm basically 200 pounds.
Oh, I didn't know a 14D had a 200-pound recommended weight limit. Yeah. I didn't realize that. Yeah, because a lot of the bigger wheels, the weight limit's like 300 pounds.
Right.
The learning curve goes, but you have more resources too.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I started off with, you know, this.
Yep. Well, that's what you got to do. All right, let's switch it up. Now you're going to notice that the pedals are going to feel higher, obviously.
Yeah.
But you're also, when you step on it, you're going to sink in because of the suspension.
Yeah, the suspension.
So it's going to feel different.
Yeah, that's so much bigger.
I mean, it weighs, what's that weigh? 55 pounds, maybe 60 pounds. So let's cruise and try it.
Whoa. Totally oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
So different.
Yep. Wait till you get on the Sherman, dude.
So it's like it just stabilizes itself.
Yeah.
Once you start going.
Well, you got more centrifugal force.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So, because like this whole side, like I can't.
No,
it's. There was one video comparison I saw. I forget who it was that was doing it, but it was two guys. They had the 14D.
Mm-hmm.
They had the Invision V8.
Yeah.
Or the Inmotion
right.
V8.
Yep.
And then they had the Inmotion V10.
Oh, wow.
And so they were comparing all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they said the 14D is super fun because it's so light and nimble. It's like the Miata of the EUCs.
It reminds me of an M103, the way this feels.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Because you can rock it back and forth in your feet.
Yep.
You can like turn on a dime.
Yep.
So when I'm going door to door, that's actually perfect because I can do these sharp little turns easily to go up people's sidewalks.
Yep.
Whereas this one, like, this is just comfortable cruising.
Mm-hmm.
It almost drives itself, it feels like.
Yeah. Well, like I said, wait till you see the Sherman. that literally feels like you're riding a one-wheeled motorcycle.
Yeah. This one is really like, it feels like I'm floating.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Suspension eats up the bumps. Let's grab the V11.
So when you put up the trolley handle, it locks the suspension, doesn't it?
No.
No?
Nope. Nope.
I think it does.
There's no there shouldn't, because there's no real interface between them, and there's no electronic control of the suspension. Well, it also has a lift switch, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll ride the S18. You can try this. For cruising, I like the V11 more.
Yeah.
Just because it feels even more planted than this one does. It has a bigger battery, has a higher top end speed. I put the spiked pedals on that one.
Nice.
All right, now we got Jeremiah on the V11. He was impressed with the difference between a 14D and an S18. Needless to say, there's a large difference. So how does that feel in comparison?
So this one just feels a lot more sluggish to me than the S18.
Really?
I think it's probably just because I feel like I'm standing up so high.
Oh, okay.
That
your center of gravity is high, yeah. Yeah. And again, you're used to not going over 18 miles an hour either.
Yeah. Well, and then range also.
Yeah.
One, you know, 15 miles is technically, I guess, what it is, but after about 12 miles, I'm down to 30, 40%
Yeah,
battery. And so,
you're getting tipped back all the time.
Yeah, then I'm at like 10 to 12 miles an hour.
Yep.
Speed limit.
Yeah, I've taken all these wheels out to Ave Maria a number of times, and that's like a 35-mile round trip.
Yeah.
But again, like I have to control my speed. If I go too fast, these two wheels will actually run out of juice before I get back. Sherman, it doesn't matter. You can go as fast as you want, as long as you want.
The Sherman is also the most expensive of the wheels.
It's like $3,500 now. Yeah. Both of these are right around $2,000. But
even still, $2,000 is
it's a lot.
a bit to spend on a
It's a lot.
on a toy.
It is.
People ask me all the time, you know, when they see me riding on mine, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, it's like $700. And they're like, oh wow, that seems like a lot. I'm like, oh,
If they only knew.
really.
Yeah.
This is a small one.
Yeah. Well, the Monster Pros are close to $4,000. They're real close.
Yeah.
And the prices are going up because battery prices keep going up.
Yeah. A lot of their production of their cars, and so then they canceled a lot of their orders.
Oh, really?
Those computer chips.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, have you seen like the used car demand and prices for used cars?
I have. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane. Like the prices of used cars is going up.
Yeah.
Which has never happened as long as I can remember. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Again, that never happens. Yeah, try it. Go ahead. Let me get it on video. Might be able to make that with a good run-up, actually. Okay, going back from the V11 test ride. Jeremiah's general thoughts were the V11, you know, it feels good on the road, but off-roading he would prefer the S18, and that's pretty much what most people say. If you're a heavy trail rider, you're gonna probably want to stick to the S18. All right, so now
I feel like, I guess this trolley handle's not bad.
that just takes some getting used to. Yeah, no, it's decent. Almost all the Inmotion wheels are like that. They have the same basic design of flip-up trolley handle.
Well, that's good for a mount on a wheel or on the seat too.
Mm-hmm. And this one does have the built-in kickstand. So I know you were a fan of that
nice.
with your
Yeah, cool.
with your KingSong.
Set it down.
Okay.
Terminator.
Mm-hmm. 80 pounds. Got the big aggressive knobby. So do you want to ride? Do you want
that tire?
Oh, I know.
Oh my god! And you put those extra LEDs on there?
Yeah, I did. I put these on. Well, I made these. I made this.
You have a 3D printer, don't you?
I have 8.
You have 8 3D printers?
Oh yeah, you never saw my website?
Uh-uh.
EUCArmy.com.
Oh, okay.
I sell stands and other accessories that I 3D print. So do you want to ride down to Dunkin' Donuts? That's a good wheel to do it on.
Okay.
Looks like my LEDs are coming loose though in the front. All right, we have Jeremiah on the Sherman, the big daddy of EUCs.
This actually feels pretty nimble.
It's very balanced because the battery packs they have the exact same amount of weight on either side.
Yeah.
So despite it being big, it is balanced.
Right.
Dip into the speed a little bit here. I'm on the V11, in case you haven't seen. All right, we are well past Jeremiah's prior top speed ever on a one-wheeled self-balancing device. But he's digging the way the Sherman feels, and I can understand why. You'll see that my Sherman is sporting the brand newly released full-face headlight helmet. What do you think? I like it. Riding in the roadway. Oh my gosh. We're going to Dunkin' Donuts. We're right up here. What do you think? Sucks, right?
Yeah, terrible. I don't know how you put up with that.
Worst wheel I ever rode.
There was one video I saw of a guy who was starting off in EUCs, and this was his first wheel that he bought.
Oh, there's a few people who have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy if you have to see, but some people figure, well, I don't want to spend the money again, so,
Right.
you know.
And I mean, in some ways, it's easier to learn on this because it's so stable.
It is stable. And mounting it is easy because you have so much weight to counterbalance against. And
The only thing is, a couple of the spots where I was already going fast and I went to accelerate a little bit more, I started to get a little wobble.
Did you?
Yep. And you know, when this is wobbling, there's a lot that's wobbling.
it got a little crazy, but you just have to kind of slow down and just relax, and it smooths itself out.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're doing probably at least 25 there, at least.
Yeah.
All right, so we just finished off our Dunkin' Donuts. We're heading back to the house. We're gonna make a pit stop. We're gonna swing into the new park that's being built. We're getting real close to when it was supposed to be done. I think they were probably a little bit behind schedule, but I was curious where we're at. That's the park where I did my my talk about the, well, whatever. I'm not gonna be doing any talks for a little while, guys. I'm talked out. All right, GoPro messing up again, awesome. I was saying, I enjoyed our live stream that we had Friday night. Went a little bit over 3 hours. Marty joined me for a little while. Gave away a bunch of stuff, like I think 14 items I gave away. I have all of them shipped except 2 at this point. Hopefully get them shipped out shortly. Waiting for some information. NYC EUC, if you're watching this video, I need your name and address, dude, to send out your package. I think it's gonna rain. Just checking out the progress of the new park. It's progressing nicely. The majority of these outside pavilions look done. There is more to go. I don't know that they're going to be open by July, but maybe. We'll see. Hear that Sherman tire? Yeah, Sherman tire is great on this stuff. You really can hear it. Yeah, Jeremiah told me at Dunkin' Donuts he absolutely hates the Sherman. He doesn't know why people like this wheel. It's the worst wheel ever designed. So now, after riding all 3, how would you rank them?
I don't know. It's hard. They're all so different.
They are different.
You have 3 wheels, not just
It is.
one.
Well, technically I have 5.
Oh.
Oh, do you want to try the M10-3?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's the little one?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah, let me get that. I'll get that, and I'll bring the one wheel out too.
The only downside to that wheel is portability.
Yes, oh, definitely. Yeah, that is, like, if you were trying to, like, lug that onto public transit or something, forget it. Hi, honey, you can come out. Jeremiah won't bite.
Hi.
That's Elsa.
Hi, Elsa.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. Come on, you have to go potty? No, she's very nervous.
Oh.
Sadie is not. Hi, honey. I mean, people literally put that in their backpack.
Yeah.
It's insane. And that thing can go 20 miles an hour. I wouldn't recommend it, but it can.
20 miles an hour on this thing?
Top speed is actually 25. Yeah. Wait till you get on it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. That has the 512 watt-hour battery. Little baby pedals. Some people put the big full-size pedals on it, but that has the original baby pedals. And I have to literally hop on it to get on it because it's so low for me.
Right.
But you want to talk about maneuverable. Motor has tons of power for being so small. Yeah, you can like turn donuts. It's the easiest wheel to learn to ride backwards on too. I can ride that thing backwards better than any of my other wheels.
Wow.
Isn't it crazy? Oh, see, I didn't even know that you could do backwards yet. That's nice. I mean, something that small, like you can just screw around in the driveway forever because you're going backwards, forwards, donuts.
Right.
It's great.
A little racetrack, and
for agility training.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But this thing is like.
oh, it's insane.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to scrape the pedal.
Yeah. But like the 14D, you can just turn it just by turning your feet. You know, there's nothing to it. Oh yeah, I can't. I got to hop on and hop off with the way my legs are. What you doing, Sadie?
You are pretty bow-legged, though.
Oh yeah, big time.
Because
Big time.
You mentioned it, I was like, man, yeah, your legs
Yep.
don't touch the inside of that.
Yeah, got it from my grandfather, I think. So with this one, the way it works is these are sensors in the front. And basically the way that it knows that you're on the board is it senses pressure across these 2 sensors. And now it's balancing me back and forth, and your turning is just changing your toe side and your heel side pressure. Right. And like, I've never snowboarded, I never really skateboarded, and I can do this, so. Well, plus the tire is so fat, yeah. It wants to kind of stay balanced, you know? But I mean, you can do crazy tight stuff on this too.
Yeah, well, I mean, people, jump it, flip it, do all this
Oh yeah.
stuff.
And the easiest way to learn or the easiest way to dismount it is to do that. That's the cleanest, easiest way to do it. Now, the way that you're supposed to do it when you're using skill is you basically lift your heel to remove pressure on the one side of the pad.
Yeah.
So then it knows that you're, then it shuts off.
Right.
But it's kind of tough to do. Like when I was learning learning that skill, I like fell 3 or 4 times during one session and cracked my head. It just kind of slid out from under me.
Right.
And it depends how you, like I drive or I ride goofy. If your left foot is back, that means you're a goofy rider. If you're right-footed, you would probably go that way, yep. And of course...
Because it's the heel-toe pressure that is the opposite of the EUC.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You can just lean forward to get it close to level and it'll catch you. There you go. Yeah. You're riding. Nice. Well, shit, you're turning already. What the heck? That's good. You're past the hard part already, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremiah has tried a one wheel for 2 seconds once. But it's cool once you start to trust it. I mean, you can throw your ass out over the board and lean into the curving or the carving. It really is fun in a different way. Yeah, I mean, that's a relatively tight turn. Yeah, you're good. It does pretty good off-road, too. Oh, yeah, always. Look where you want to go. Yeah, once I actually realized that, it made such a difference learning EUCs and the one wheel. Same thing with turning. You know, you just kind of turn the shoulders the direction you want to go. Yeah, I like doing heel side turns more. I'm more comfortable doing them.
It does feel like a little more natural.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing great, man. that's where it can get you.
Too, right?
Oh yeah.
Like once you're.
Yeah. Well, like good riders can go either direction. They don't care.
Because you should really be able to basically like kind of.
Yeah, you just
and like flip it and go the opposite.
You can, or you can just or you can just reverse direction. I mean, you can ride it backwards just as you can frontwards. You know, like a good skateboarder, it doesn't matter what direction they're going. They don't care. Yeah. I feel weird if I go the opposite direction. I can do it, but I'm not nearly as confident. You're supposed you got to. Either well, heel is easier. Heel is easier. You just go up on your toe. But the problem is once you go up on your toe, it kind of shifts your whole balance perspective.
Right.
So you have to kind of adjust for it and put more toe pressure on. It's way easier just to jump off.
Right.
Or you can do the slide stop, which is something I only started doing a little while ago. Or you're just coming up and then all you do is you just get off like that.
Right.
Yeah. So it disengages and slides. Yeah. Yep. Here you go. Perfect. The thing that annoys a lot of people is like in One Wheel's ads and stuff. They show them riding in the beach, riding like along the water side. Yeah. But yet when you read their warranty, like they
don't do it.
Well, yeah, they say don't ride through water basically, and there have been issues with water getting into the electronics and fucking it up and.
Especially salt water.
Oh yeah.
Right? Salt water is
crazy.
like the most corrosive thing just about you can put on electronics.
Yeah, but they advertise people doing that. I bought the fender. Yeah, this is a carbon fiber fender. But I mean, I wouldn't say this is any more or less dangerous than a EUC. It's just you don't push the limits. I've never nosedived on mine. Right. Never, because it gives you a warning. It starts raising the nose when you're at the limit, and if some people they do what they call Captain Morgan, where when it starts to raise the nose, they lead into it. Because there's been people that have been going like 26, 27 miles an hour on a one wheel, and it's rated for 19. Yeah. But it has pretty good, hill climbing power. The problem is that you don't have a lot of clearance with the nose, because they sell they're called flight fins. They sell flight fins for them that clip onto the mud guard, so you can lock your feet underneath that and jump it that way. I'm gonna go grab the pint. I want you to see the difference with the pint. Top speed's like 2 or 3 miles an hour less. Yeah, it's fine. All right, guys, so Jeremiah's heading out. So now you've ridden 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my electric vehicles. So, like, what do you think was your favorite out of all of them? Because they're all different.
So, I think I would, if I were to pick one, the Sherman would be the one best all around because you can do everything with it. The one wheels are super fun.
Yeah.
Because
you definitely have more natural skill than I do because you picked that up very, very fast, and way faster than I did. So.
Well, that was the second time I tried.
Mm-hmm.
The first time it was very short and I wasn't able to do it.
Right.
But I was a ballroom dance instructor for 6 years, so like.
So you're coordinated.
Like
you got rhythm.
Yeah, right. So that's easy. The suspension is awesome. The S18 would be my second choice.
Mm-hmm. Because even though that only has an 1100 watt-hour battery, but in my range test, it almost has gotten the exact same range as the V11, which has almost the V11. It's like 1400 and change the battery.
Yeah.
So. Which
I don't do long rides. Like,
but you can.
If I had 25 miles range, that would be plenty. Because the Sherman, you have like 100-mile range just about on that, right?
Marty out in California has done 90+ mile rides on his Sherman. Going 20 miles an hour plus the entire time.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
It's crazy. So I know that you're looking to upgrade the 14D. What do you think you're going to go for?
Well,
because the Sherman is you need a payment plan for a Sherman.
Yeah, I know. So there's the 14, I think it's S, which is basically my same wheel but with different cushions and a 840 watt-hour battery.
I've seen that. I didn't know they still made that actually. Okay.
And so that would basically be my same wheel but just slightly heavier with more range.
Mm-hmm.
Or the 16X, I think still might be my next one.
16X is a great wheel, and it gets tremendous range.
Yeah.
I did like a 45-mile ride on mine, and I still had over 20% battery left.
Right, and that's
has a fat tire, has a fat 3-inch tire.
Yeah. And it's still maneuverable.
Mm-hmm.
Which if I'm coming up and stuff.
Same top speed as the S18, like 30, 31.
Yeah.
No, it's a great wheel if you can get it, if you can find it.
I feel like 20 miles an hour is like really a perfect
it is.
speed.
It is. Yeah, for most people. 25 feels like nothing. I found like my problem has been that I've gotten so used to going faster since I've been riding the Sherman. When I get on the other wheels, I just naturally I'm used to things going by at a certain speed.
Yeah.
So I just start going that speed on these, and then they start warning you, tilting you back, and no, it's a great wheel.
Be going faster.
Yeah.
Than
You've definitely graduated.
that. But
You're ready for something bigger. Or you might be able to get lucky and score something used. They have that electric unicycle sale forum on Facebook. Some people list stuff on there, so you might get lucky. Has she expressed any interest in participating in the hobby?
She's ridden mine a couple of times.
Yeah, the 14D is super. The shells that KingSong makes for those, they can take such a beating. I don't know what it is, but that plastic does not fall apart like a lot of wheels.
No.
All right, man.
All right, cool. Well, I will talk to you later then.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks
I'll have a video up today sometime probably.
Okay.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I'm not quite sure how this is all edited together because it was all kind of very free form, but obviously you have a lot of wheels to put away. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. My channel does also have membership. You can join the channel and support me with 1 of 2 levels of membership, both very inexpensive, both with their own perks. One of the perks is in live streams. You get special recognition in live streams, special emojis you can use, or emoticons you can use, all kinds of stuff. And speaking of live streams, once again, thanks everybody that was a participant in the live stream. It was a lot of fun. Always appreciate the good vibes that I get out of that. So that's all I have for now, guys. Hope you have a good weekend. And until next time, Duffman out. I'm still off tomorrow. One more day. I obviously have some work to do on my Sherman lights. Looks like I'm going to be reinstalling them for a 3rd time.